Hi, my name is Lee. Just want to say hello. I'm kind of practicing over here right now, but we're going to have a little bit of fun. This isn't necessarily Chef Lee in one perspective. This is just working around a house with some normal things that you might have in your house, but having a little fun, giving you some ideas, right? How to just take a little bit of time, but make something really good. Okay, so I actually have some leftovers all in my refrigerator. But one of them is a vegetarian bacon. Now you can get vegetarian bacon anywhere mostly, but this one I get this at a local health food store. We start out by putting on this particular style of bacon, and the good thing about bacon, even it's vegetarian, right? But it does have a sense of protein, being plant-based protein, which is healthy for your body, right? You don't want to have too many carbohydrates. So you also have a little bit of bacon too. I mean, a little bit of protein. So I'm going to put this in the oven or on the frying pan here. Okay. Oh, I got shorts on underneath. I just burned myself a little bit. Okay. We're going to cook this up a little bit. I'm going to go a little slower on that. And while that's cooking, I want to talk about some of the things that are right here in front of me right here, okay? So these are sweet buns, Hawaiian buns, right? Very popular. This is more of a generic Hawaiian bun, but the same thing, to be honest with you, right? But I've got two of those, and I decided to use those just because I had those, again, in the refrigerator, or in the freezer, actually. So I've got the bacon cooking a little bit here. These are some sunflower sprouts right here. I really like sunflower sprouts, or you can use lettuce if you want. This is a cucumber out of my garden. I'll cut that up in a minute. Avocado and tomato. I thought about this tomato a little bit. You know what? I always cut the top off, and a lot of people like to throw that out. But if you don't use all of the tomato, I always keep that top just to put it right on top of the slice, and that just preserves it instead of putting it in plastic, right? It's just kind of one of my things that I like to do, and I stand by it. I think it's a pretty good idea. All right, so here's the bacon, right? I'm cooking it a little too much, and now at least that one is not too bad. Because the pan was really hot there, right? So I'm just turning it over. And I'll put that on the side in a minute. Okay? And then I'm going to use the same pan for my buns. I'm going to show you what I do with the buns. And then over here, I'm going to just start warming this pan up over here in the front. And I'm going to use that for some edamame, some Japanese style fried rice, okay? With edamame, tofu, and a little bit of seaweed in there as well. Yummy, right? All right, so I've got this bacon cooking. I've got all this going. Let's cut up a little bit of the cucumber. Now, cucumber, I really like cucumber in a sandwich. It's always really, really good. But for me personally, I don't like a lot of cucumber. I like cucumber, but again, not a lot of cucumber. So when I use the cucumber, I always like to cut it really thin. See how that's pretty thin? Right? I cut it so thin I didn't get all the way through it, right? But that's the general idea. I'm going to cut one more. I'm going to actually make two sandwiches here, or predominantly one. But now we've got some cucumber slices, right? And we've got our tomato. And this here right now, that's actually good. We can take this off right now, this bacon. You don't have to cook it too long, but you do want to cook through it, okay? It's important. I'll cook it a little bit more, I think, yep. All right, so then we're going to cook the tomato. And the buns are about that size, being that size. I'm going to actually just cut one slice for each sandwich. Just a decent size. I feel the same way about all my vegetables or fruits, whatever you might use. I don't like a lot of it. Oh, and look at, I'm going to use the old top, put this on here. But the reason I like to do this is sometimes when you get to the end of the tomato, you're wishing you had a little more tomato. So you can also cut around that and get a little bit more tomato if you're a little bit short. Or you can dice it up and maybe when you're making tacos or something, a salad with a little bit of diced tomato, right? All right, so I'm going to put this on a plate. And then I'm going to go right into just kind of toasting up the bun. Now here's some General butter I just like to put in here. I'm going to put I don't have a lot of butter, so I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there too. And I'm going to put a tad of some chopped garlic. I'm just having fun here, right? Adding a little bit of flavor, not too much, but what does that make? I got butter, I got garlic. Put that together. Yeah, right. Garlic butter. Okay? So I'm going to turn that down a little bit because it's hot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those buns on here. I'm going to kind of baste it around like that. And then I'm going to put this one in here. Turn it around a little bit. I'm going to spin them so they all get nice and color, or not color, but some butter on it. I'm going to put a lid on it too, just because it was in the freezer. So it'll steam it up a little bit, soften it. And really my goal is to get the bottoms crispy, right? So we've got this going right here, this pan. And that's going to be for our stir-fried rice. And we're going to kind of go slow on that while we're making everything else. But again, cooking is all about timing. We want everything to be hot, right? That's the best part of it all. So the pan's getting pretty hot. I can see that underneath, see that redness, right? So we know it's burning. Oh, it went away. I don't have oh, there it goes. See it? There, it's getting nice and red, right? So then we put this in there. All right, we know it's hot enough. Just listen to that, right? We'll put all that in there. And just stir fry it up a little bit. That's already got flavor to it. I wish I had a little bit of maybe some soy sauce here that maybe I could add to it, or even some kind of stir fry sauce. I don't really think it's all that necessary, to be honest with you. It's going to be delicious just the way it is, right? I got this stuff at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is great with this kind of stuff. I like them for this kind of stuff for sure. Yeah, they're great for really everything I like. Sometimes I wish they had more selections and other things, but the things that they do carry always just seem fun. Their desserts too. But this is their stir fry, okay? So I'm gonna watch this bun in a minute here. I'm gonna just do a little tossing, right? Keep it going, all right? I'm gonna get that going and we're gonna take it off the grill in a minute. Let's see how these are doing. Whoa, oh, I got burned a little bit, huh? Let's see this side. Oh, those are good. I'm okay with that, okay? All right, so I'm going to take this and put this aside. Okay. I've got the buns here. Now remember, there's garlic on those buns, so some of that color comes from that. This isn't too bad, but you definitely might taste that a little bit. I actually don't mind a little bit of that burnt flavor. It tastes good, but I'm going to cut it off just to really take that away. This is fine. This is actually tasty. All right, so we got our tops here. Here's our stir fry. Remember that? So I'm going to spin that, turn it around a little bit. I'm just going to put a lid on it at this point. It's pretty hot. And I'm going to just turn it off. So now I'm turning it off, but the burner's warm underneath, and we'll be able to work from there. And I got to be careful because it's hot over here, but I can still work in this station over here, okay? So on my sandwich here, I'm just going to get some mayonnaise. This is a particular mayonnaise. It's avocado oil mayonnaise, right? So it sounds kind of good. It sounds like it's got less cholesterol, right? Less fat, maybe, right? And then I've got this called Plaquemines mustard. I never really heard of it. It just looked cool, like it was like a favorite for mustard lovers, right? Okay, so I'm going to put some of that bacon down on here, like this. Okay, 4 slices. 3, 4, and 4 here. Look at that. That's perfect, right? All right, so then I like to put the cheese down right away. I'm going to put 3 pieces of cheddar cheese. And I like sharp cheddar cheese. I am a big fan of sharp cheddar cheese. Then I'm going to put that nice looking tomato on there. Okay. And then I'm going to put a cucumber on there. And I think we're going to put, what are we going to do? Let's put a cucumber and a half. Does that sound good? Yeah, I think so. Hear that stir fry rice in there? Yeah, I can hear it. All right, then we got that. And then avocado goes with everything, I think, right? Gotta have avocado. You don't have to, but you know, avocado's just yummy, right? So we're gonna take that here. These are also from Trader Joe's, and you get them when they're kind of hard. But these guys got soft on me really quick. And you got to time that stuff. You got to manage everything, right? When you go cooking or just life in general, right? It's your money. It's your food, of course, but it's your money too, right? All right. So I got some avocado on there. Doesn't that look good? Mm-hmm. Looks good to me, that's for sure. All right, so we got cucumber. We've got avocado, tomato. We've got bacon, sharp cheddar cheese. And let's put those toppings on a little bit, okay? So we've got our avocado oil mayonnaise. Wow, I'm healthy. Yeah, you are, I guess, right? For sure. Watching, being aware of what you're eating, right? I think some people, including myself, don't even know what the difference is or what's so special about it. We just know it's good for us. I believe it to be true, though. Or they wouldn't be selling it. But then you can't always believe everything you hear, too, right? Okay, so then we got the mayonnaise. See, look at that. You kind of want to cover it all well, right? It's under pretty thick, yeah. And we're going to put a little, kind of keep it thick on there with the mayonnaise because it's what? Avocado oil mayonnaise. Sure, we can afford to put a little more on there. Then we're going to put the mustard. I like a little bit of mustard. I don't know if that's considered a little, but for the flavor, right? And then, all right, last but not least, the sprouts. Yummy. Okay? So I'm going to take the sprouts. Oops, what did I do there? I'm going to put some sprouts. Now, these guys are always tricky, right? Because they fall all over the place. And again, you don't want to have a lot of these guys on there. Put them like that. And then put them together. Boom, baby. Does that look good, huh? All right. Then we're going to put it on a plate. Oh, hang on. Let's just finish this up. That's the other sandwich. I'm going to put a little bit of that stir-fry rice on the plate. I'm keeping it simple, right? I can smell the seaweed. There we go. So, we've got our vegetarian sandwich, right? With bacon, they call it, which is just a plant-based bacon. Sharp cheddar cheese, tomato, cucumber from my garden, and then we've got the sunflower sprouts with a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, and then we also, toasting that bun is a good little touch, by the way, okay? And then we've got our our stir-fried Japanese rice, and I'm gonna enjoy this, and I hope that you do too. But just remember, you can always look in your fridge and just kind of just take time, look around and experiment a little bit. It's almost always gonna be good. All right, till next time. Thank you.